All right, so San Antonio on the floor, 0-1, loss to the Jazz Monday night by 13. Shot just 30%, Ron. I know Will Hardy expects to see that climb tonight against Boston. Boston 1-0, and they won a thriller against Philly by a late bucket.
Not a lot of plays that the teams have had chances to put in. For the most part, they run a little give-and-go type offense, and there you go.
22%, Ron, Monday against the Jazz from downtown, 7 of 32. Here's a three we just spoke of, and it is down the barrel.
4 minutes a game. He has a little experience on his belt.
What's that say now with players, Ron, 4 years in the college game, as Boston bounces back with a two-ball from the corner?
To Tony Parker, it's a battle. Derek White is the exact opposite, right? He's a four-year cop player who emerged late, as we're talking about. He fits the script in the one you should be scared about.
Connected with this community.
Well, there aren't too many people around us, so we can get away with it, and it's going back to Boston, so people will be happy to hear about it. So let's go with that. Why will he be such a good fit in Boston, the system they're running?
Brad Stevens. I mean, that's a coach that knows him so well. And when you think about just this whole free agency process, there's only one guy that has recruited him successfully that was involved in the process, and he did it in high school. Around 40% from three-point range. Yes, he has his flaws. He's far from a perfect player. But the positives that he brings to the team, those are the things that I think will attract a lot of teams. And again, getting Gordon Hayward.
Sherrod, always great talking to you. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
That is the Celtic Insider for CSN New England, Sherrod Blakely. Back over to Craig and Ron. Well, the interesting one is that Kevin Pelton, the ESPN Insider, put out a piece that analytically, when he starts to put together the Celtics for next year, he doesn't actually have them as that much better. This system has recalibrated very, very quickly, and teams are now all up against the luxury tax again. We're going to see salary dumps. Cap space is going to become a very valuable thing again for the first time in 18 months.
Back on the floor, crowd roars on that nice floater by Forbes.
Elevating about 5 to 6, 7 feet away from the basket and shooting to just a little floater. Tony Parker's probably one of the best in the league at doing just that.
Coming up on 2 minutes left, Jean Charles hands it off. Bertans, the three-point specialist. I tell you, his release is a beauty. Red Rocket in San Antonio.
You know, that's a great point.
I think he is.
If he can get the respect and the fans fall in love with him like they did.
And knocks down a nice shot. Boston on a rebound. Front court, Brown on the wing. Oh, nice stop and go drive, lays it in. Jaylen Brown's first bucket.
This, boom, freeze the defender and blow right by him.
You were impressed with him Monday, weren't you?
I really was. I mean, you can tell that he's been in the league now. And he's smiling over there.
Here's White.
He had a great day.
It's hard to smile when everybody in the crowd's yelling at you.
Jaylen Brown, stop and go dribble. He's so fast. Corner. They work great in tandem. And the rainbow shot good for three.
NBA move right there.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to go to bed. It's almost 10 o'clock and it's 9:15.
Spurs, nice little left hand push shot.
Another
Craig's got my brain working too hard right now.
Dirk, amazing player.
Yeah,
7-footer on that trailer three. Here's Murray on a nice throw inside, turn around soft. With Clemson on the floor, turn and a push shot, knuckleball. Brown.
Bowler, I know.
Motor.
Sorry, I know you well enough. Jay Crowder should be like on your all bowler team.
No, I like that.
Jason Tatum's on my all everything team.
Tatum
That was
follows.
ridiculous.
11 for Tatum. 9 to shoot. Little bump, no call, little wiggle. Beautiful Tatum. Oh my goodness.
Now that tells you right there.
Smiling now. Speaking of Danny Ainge, there's a throwaway outlet pass. Nader. Nice move inside. One bouncing down. Right now it's 7. Boston in green. San Antonio is silver and black. In Turkey last year. NBA body indeed. Here's Bertans. Yes, from the corner. He can hit it straight away. Booner, corner, pick his corner.
Playing the San Antonio Spurs, and you don't know a lot about him. You're kind of surprised at what he was able to do.
He's the NBA body we used to think of, but I don't know what the NBA body is anymore.
You know, I think if you can run and carry the weight, David, I really believe that you can play just like that, being able to hop it to the rim.
They have a roster just full of young rookies.
Olajay back on the court after having a little injury problem in the second quarter.
And you can put in very quickly to get something done.
Well, look at Forbes. He ran like Curry around the baseline and then popped out and hit the shot. That search dribble, and he just got loose and put it down. They are trying to showcase Forbes indeed on a nice throw out three. Threes are going down on Blossom game.
So you pick up that experience when you go in areas like that.
Well, you watch enough NBA, you may pick that up too. There's a few players that are pretty good at it. Bertans, how about that baseline floater? He may go coast to coast. Beautiful pass over the top. Blossom game, no, gives it away. Spurs sharing the ball beautifully, and Forbes knocks down a three. 6 minutes to play here in the third. The run is 11-2 by San Antonio. They've been hitting threes. Bertans once more got it.
Bertans, three.
That ball comes loose, picked up. No place to go. Kicking out. Wood checks in and hits it for three. Allen back to Wood, just hit the three. Oh, Boston again downtown.
That we've aforementioned in this broadcast that they're supposedly shopping back to the Utah Jazz. Hayward would have to be willing to do that in regards that Hayward has to sign the contract with the Utah Jazz to give Gordon Hayward the full max contract. The other scenario here would be whether or not Gordon wanted the 5-year contract that the Jazz can give, but every report I've heard and everyone I've talked to during the process, free agency 3 years from now.
Yeah, he'd be 30 years young at the time as Derek White, first field goal, knocking down the three. How short are they from putting Hayward on the max?
So I apologize, I don't have the exact numbers in front of me right now, but my understanding is that if they were to move Marcus Smart, that should be enough.
I mean, he's
Very
a
much so.
terrific defender.
There's another player that's Greg that's really turned himself into a very good. He's always been strong and a very good defensive player, but he has really turned into a pretty reliable offensive player there as well.
How about this little dribble drive? Left hand, shows the ball, bounces, took the contact run.
At the end of next year, he's a restricted free agent if you don't come up to the extension. Crowder actually has a few years left on one of the best contracts in the NBA. I believe it's only $8 million.
Long can LeBron James hang on? And as we saw last year, maybe forever, he was that good. He's just fantastic at any age.
Jayson, Tatum.
So if LeBron can keep playing, and
So far.
well, they have so much depth right now that I'm not even sure who's going to be on the team on opening night, because I think that the Celtics still have moves to make. Danny Ainge is still going to be aggressive. It's not just that they will be explosive and exciting when you have those two guys, but they're terrific two-way players.
To get done, Kawhi Leonard's one of the best in the league, so I don't think you can just write them off. I mean, they're going to have to fall off before.
A big contract as well. But again, Ginobili, what about his future, and also Tony Parker? How serious that injury? He makes the show go.
I mean, those
That's
are
a key.
terms
That's
that you
key.
hear coaches use, and what a three-point shot there for time.
The Murray-Derek White storyline is going to gain some traction in San Antonio. It's really interesting because they're probably competing for the same minutes. White can go play a little too, but
No-cut contract, you're fighting for playing time.
Shot clock to three. Tough, off balance. Jumper Forbes, beautiful move. Kind of been a wow factor all afternoon. On a dribble drive, splits the defenders. And on a step back, squared the shoulders, Ron.
You see here in summer leagues and during the course of the year.
Drive up top, nice bounce off the glass.
Second to score, number 9, Bryn Forbes.
Forbes, 28. And you can't say enough who's going to take that spot as Tony Parker continues to mend in San Antonio. On a stop-and-go pass. Knocked away by Boston, got it back. Forbes three, on the way, got it. Seconds tick down, and the Spurs with a convincing 81-70 win. In day two of the Utah Jazz Summer League. Much improved from just 2 nights ago. Spurs win it by 11 and led by Bryn Forbes, 31.